This is Fisher from Tracks and Racks, and we're going to be starting a new series called Shed Talk. And one of the first horns we're going to be talking about is one of my favorite sheds. And my dad's here, my dad Randy's here to talk about this shed.
So back in 2013, Deborah and I, my wife, we were going shed hunting, and we went to a spot that we go quite a bit to check out, see if anything was in there. And we literally just parked the truck, got out, and split up, and probably hadn't walked 100 yards, and this antler was laying on the ground right in front of me. I was, I don't know, pretty excited to find it. I've never seen anything quite like this. So we were obviously excited. There's a picture above of ATL that we put on the TV so you can look at. So we looked around a little bit for the other side for a couple days, and I really hadn't said anything to anybody, but a friend of mine had called up and said that a friend of theirs had found a giant deer horn, and just by pure coincidence, I looked at the horn that they had found, and it was the match to this horn for sure. A few days later, I went over to their house and took some pictures of them together. My side is obviously the smaller side, but yeah, I talked with the lady about maybe purchasing the antler from her. The funny part is they were actually driving down the road, and they stopped, and she had to go to the bathroom, and she got out of the vehicle and walked up on the bank, and when she got up on the bank, that the side that she had found was laying right off the main road. So yeah, long story short, on that part of it is she wouldn't give up the horn because it was her first one she'd ever found. I've lost track of her. The friends that I knew, the mutual friend, they've lost track of her, so we don't know where she's at. Kind of see if she'd change her mind on it. But yeah. So this particular side, we scored it, which is kind of hard to do because it has so much going on. Scored 76 and 6/8. It's super high or tall eye guards, just massive, very unique looking, just a cool shed that kind of kept in the keeper pile. Yep. So fast forward to 2020, we were in the same area. We were actually bear hunting, and we were driving up the road, and I had something go wrong with the brakes on my truck. So we turned around, and we were heading back down and just going really slow because the brakes were squealing. And we got probably, I don't know, a good quarter to a half a mile away from where this shed was laying in the general area. And I just happened to look over on the hillside, and I saw something like the beam of an antler laying on the hillside about 75 yards off the road. So we had Hunter and Fisher with. So I was like, hey guys, there's a horn laying over there on the hillside, go grab it. So Fisher, obviously being super excited the way he is, jumped out, beat Hunter, and got to the hillside first. Pulled the antler out, and it was completely buried. So when I saw it, all you could see, you can kind of tell that the tines were buried in the dirt. So all you could just see was this curve right here. We had no idea. I had no idea what it was. But as soon as he pulled it out and I saw the length of the beam and the eye guard and everything, I knew it was a really nice horn. Well, then he got it closer, and there should be some pictures up there of when he was bringing it closer to us, and showed it to me. I knew exactly what deer it was, and I was dumbfounded because this particular side is at least from 2012, maybe older, and had been laying on that hillside next to that main road. We've driven by it hundreds of times, and it's a pretty main road where I'm sure thousands of people over the years have driven by it. But it's still pretty much in perfect shape, which is very odd. It's not cracked, it's not chewed. Just where it was laying, it kept its color. It was out of the sun, it was on a north slope. So when we found this, it kind of reinvigorated our, I don't know, determination to maybe try and find that lady again to see if we could get the other side that she had. Hopefully she's bored of having it, or maybe it sold it. Maybe somebody out there knows this deer. I mean, there's some pictures up here of the other side of this buck, the missing antler that we have, or that we're looking for. But yeah, Fisher likes to grab these and sit there and look at them and hold them, and just, you know, he's just addicted to shed hunting, and yeah, cool. Yeah, and he loves antlers and horn, you know, all that. So yeah, so anyway, I guess in 2014, the last day of hunting season, so the year after I found this side, yep, a friend of mine posted that his uncle had killed a buck and was just basically posting on Facebook. And as soon as I saw those pictures, I was like, oh, that's our buck. And sure enough, it's for sure the deer. But he turned into that. You can see the mass on that left side. I have the right side. The left side is just unreal. He's just a super old deer. This deer was probably, when he was killed, he was a minimum of 10 years old. I have another mutual friend that has a shed off of this deer when he was very young, and that was probably, he found that 7 or 8 years before. So yeah, he's just a cool old buck that lived many years and been a lot. And fortunately, Fisher and I both have, and you know, our family, we have a little bit of history with him. Not all the history, but I would really like to have the other side, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. So anyway, that's kind of the story behind the deer. He's obviously long gone now, and yeah, so I don't know. You have anything else you want to say about him, Fish?
Yep. Have you noticed? We got some merch coming in. We just got some done for us, but pretty soon we'll talk about some, when, like, where it's gonna be and stuff on the channel or anything like that. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment.